It finishes 2-1 at Cumnock Park up in the Highlands. Brian, your thoughts on that performance?
The main thing is getting through, but I thought the first half we really dominated the game. We played some great stuff. We knew where the weaknesses. We've had a couple of reports on them. We've watched a few videos on them, and I thought the guys for the first 40 minutes of the first half were exceptional. And with a wee bit more composure in front of goal, the game could have been out of sight at half time. I felt we could have been, if we'd been 3 or 4 up, I don't think they could have complained. I think there maybe one chance for a wee bit of slackness from us. But for the first 40 minutes, I thought we were excellent. We played some great stuff. Spotted the weaknesses. As I say, which only disappointing thing was we didn't have a few more goals, and then we make a bad decision. Again, when you're that much on top and dominating the game, a wee bit of slackness I just felt crept in with 5 minutes to go in the first half, because we had been so on top. We got a slack header, they got a cross, and I'll need to see what happens in the middle, but they obviously got a goal off after being nowhere near the game. The game should have been out of sight. And for a wee 5 minutes, we had a wee shaky spell, just stopped doing the things that we'd done well the first half. But as I say, we had good performances second half. A different type of way, part cut up a wee bit, but I thought we were well worth the win. I don't think there was any doubt about that.
Yep. It was a sloppy goal to give away just before half time. Did you still feel you were good value for money? There wasn't any heads being turned at half time?
Well, I think what we said to the guys was the only way they're getting into this game is if we're slack. And that's no disrespect. I think to be fair to them, I think they showed they were a better side and we let them be the first half. I think the first half they couldn't get near us, and they thought there's no threat. But I think that was how well we played. Second half they showed they're a better team in that, and certainly gave us more problems. But no, we just said to the guys at half time that you're going to have wee spells in games. If we were on the slack, I felt we were going to win the game easily. As it happened, we got a really good goal from a set piece to win it when we'd opened them up a wee bit more the first half. Didn't do that the second half, but I thought we were well worth it.
Yep. Obviously, the last year we got for Martin in the Cup, it was a sad exit in the first round. We're going one further this year in the hat for tomorrow's draw at 6 o'clock. What's your ambitions for the competition?
I think you see what clubs at our level have done in the competition, and I think that in one-off games, I think there's no doubt that over a season, teams higher up the pyramid would probably outlast us in terms of their consistency and their probably their strength and depth and a wee bit more quality. But I think one-off games, I think at these early stages, I think you would take a draw against anybody. We obviously, as everybody would want us, if we were the weakest team in the left in the draw, you want the weakest team left in the draw to give you the best opportunity to get through. But there would be nobody coming in at the next round that you would say, well, we fear and we don't think we can beat. I think there's a belief in the dressing room about on our day, and we need to work on the consistency. We've not been as consistent as we need to be in our own league. But I think on any given day we can go and turn anybody over at a certain level. So no, we'll look forward to the draw. I think I said that to the boys. We played really well today, but the main thing is to get in the next round, and fortunately we did. But we played really well, so that's a pleasing thing.
Yep. On the squad and on the dressing room, you had a pretty strong bench to pick from today. A few difference makers on the bench. Is that helped by obviously people coming back from injury, a few additions coming into the team? And how good is that going to keep you instead?
My experience as a player and as a manager in these big games, everybody seems to be fit. Some of the boys have worked really hard to get themselves back to a level of fitness, and it's just unfortunately we probably need a couple more friendly games for some of them just to get them up to speed. But I thought Brendan came back in today, came off the bench, and offered us something at the end with Jordan coming off. We just felt we needed to stick a wee bit more with the last 5-10 minutes when we were under pressure. So it's good to have him back. Owen Bell was back in the squad today, although still a wee bit away from it. But no, we did have a really strong bench. We're obviously hoping to get James back, the boy in loan fair, James Dolan. James hopefully will be training next week at some point, and we would get him back. But no, we're looking strong, and it means I can put pressure on the guys in the team when you're a bit light in the bench. They really know they're playing every week, but now there's a bit of pressure on their full bench, and that's the way it needs to be.